नमस्कार. तुमका सगळ्यांक येवकार सेंट झेवियर्स महाविद्यालयाच्या पत्रकारिता विभाग आणि जनसंचार विभाग हांच्या जोड पावलान आयोजित मिडिया मॅटर्स ह्या कार्यावळ. आमचो आयचो विषय जावन आसा चेंजिंग फेस ऑफ गोवन मिडिया इन रिजनल लँग्वेजेस. I welcome everyone to the 7th episode of Media Matters organized by the Department of Journalism and Department of Mass Communication here at St. Xavier's College. Today we have with us Mr. Sandesh Prabhudesai, eminent and senior journalist of Goa, who will be presenting his views on changing face of Goan media shortly. Before proceeding further, I would request everyone again to mute your audio and video. And if you have any questions, please type in the chat box. Speaking about Sir Sandesh, Sir Sandesh has worked in Goan media industry in almost all the formats, be it digital media, print media, and even broadcast media. He has played a key role in Sunaparan, Goa 365, and Prudent Media. Presently, he is working as editor of GoaNews.com, Goa's oldest news website. Today, so sir, I request you to take over and kindly present.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Nitin. And good morning, everybody. You can hear me? I believe you can hear me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can hear you.
My presentation today will be mixed Konkani and English. Is that okay? If it is not okay, please unmute yourself and tell me.
Sir, the majority of participants today are from outside, so maybe we can have a mix of a small amount of maybe Konkani and majority maybe English.
Okay. So we can start with the presentation. Basically today I will speak on changing face of Goan media in regional languages, but I am restricting my whole presentation only to dailies, whether it is daily newspaper, daily TV, daily radio, or daily digital. Okay, I am not getting into weeklies, monthlies, because there is no much time. So please excuse me for that. Of course, there is not much to cover in case of weeklies or monthlies in terms of journalism. But there are certain things which you can, I'm giving an access to. I'll come to that. So we can start with the presentation, please. Hello? Yeah, can we start with the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Or shall I go? Yeah, okay.
Yes, sir, you can start your presentation.
Yeah, we can go to the first slide. I'm just giving you very briefly the little bit of history, very briefly. Okay, yeah, next slide. Basically, there are first daily newspapers. The first daily newspapers in Goa or of Goa, in Konkani, was started in 1907. That is much before Indian independence also. Forget Goa's liberation. And that is called Sanjaycha Naukayatra by FBBF Kabral, it is on Robi Konkani. But Marathi newspapers, which are majority newspapers today in Goa, actually the first newspaper started in 1962, Gomantak, which still exists. And the first Konkani newspaper in Devanagari started only after Konkani became official language of Goa. That's in 1987, which is Sunaparant. It's closed today. Next slide, please. Yeah. If you want to know about history of Konkani periodicals, then there is an article in my GoaNews.com, which you can refer to. It's there. It's called Literary Journalism of Konkani Paper to Digital. You can just Google this heading, Literary Journalism. You can just note down of Konkani Paper to Digital, and you will get the full history of it. So I'm not covering it here. Next. Yeah. So, the history of first radio news is very interesting. The radio news, actually, first radio news about Goa in Konkani started in Bombay because during Portuguese rule, it was not allowed. But we had independent India with us. So in 1952, All India Radio Mumbai started two bulletins. One bulletin, AR Mumbai, which was for Goans. It was in the morning and at night. It was basically a 20-minute program in which 10-minute news was given about Goa from Mumbai. And there was also another section called AIR External. It is basically for the diaspora all over the world, which they were airing it at midnight. So that is still continuing, but external has stopped. But the Mumbai thing is, but now Mumbai is taking news from Goa. And All India Radio Goa, the local news started only in 1962, almost 10 months after liberation, because the Portuguese exploded the transmitter which was here. So they had to replace it with a big transmitter or transponder, whatever they call it, in 1962, and started an evening bulletin which is still running. In 1989, All India Radio Goa started giving national news also in the morning. And now, by 2010, when FM has come, it is giving also, besides the news bulletin, 10-minute or 20-minute long news bulletin in the evening, it is also giving highlights in between the programs almost 10 times on All India Radio. These are just highlights. Next. Yeah, the first TV news started only in 2002, and that was in Konkani Goa Newsline by Vaman Prabhu. And soon after that, Goa Plus by Darshan Dolekar, both were in Konkani, and there was no separate channel for that. They used to just prepare a DVD and send it to all the cable operators. And cable operators, as per their convenience, somewhere around 8 o'clock or 8:30, just intruding some other channel and show the Konkani news. And nobody was complaining about it, that I was watching that channel and you were just suddenly stopped and showing this clip, because everybody was interested in this. That is how it started. Next. About this TV history, if you want, again, you can go to Goa News, and there is one article is there in my column, Veterans Clear Cut, and the award goes to, where the full history of TV news of Goa is given, so you may please refer to that. Next. Yeah. The digital news is a very interesting story. The first digital news, I would say, started in 1995. It was in English, but still I'm covering it here because there was an email club called GoaNet of Goans all over the world, worldwide. And through email, they used to send a news bulletin in print, basically in text, that started in 1995. In 1999, GoaNews.com, I started this as a hobby. It is still running. I'm running it as a hobby. GoaNews.com, Goa's first news portal in 1999. And also in 1999, I started Goinkar News Service, the mobile news on mobile. You are getting it as an SMS. Today you get it digital Goa. One of my friend is running it, Neeraj Naik, running it very successfully and very efficiently. I stopped it after joining Sunapran, maybe in 2004. But that is how it was started, and that is the history of digital news of Goa. Of course, there were others also, but I'm just giving you the firsts. Next. Next, please. Yeah. So in Goa, before going to the newspapers which are presently running, let's just have a look at how many newspapers shut down. Immediately what shut down is 1966. It ran only for 4 years. That was Pradeep in Marathi. It was coming from Madgaon or Fonda, maybe. Gomantavani was Marathi again. It in 3 years wound up. Ujwad was the first Romi Konkani daily which was started post-liberation. Freedom fighter Ivagrio George was the editor from 71 to 75. It was started by Gomantak, a Marathi paper, which was strong because calling Konkani is not a language but a dialect. They started this paper. West Coast Times, I would say one of the best newspapers Goa had till date, my favorite newspaper till date. It was there only for 2 years. It was coming from Madgaon, started by Tim Bloss in English. Nave Goy, Konkani Romi has a very inspiring history because the money was collected by through a Padayatra all over Goa, and through that this paper was started. But it could run only for 5 years. It was a tabloid-sized newspaper coming from Madgaon. Goita Awaz was started by Father Freddy Costa, Freddy Di Costa in Konkani Romi, 1990. But after 2 years, he converted it into a weekly because people were not buying it. It was running in loss. And then it became a monthly and then it stopped. Rashtramat has a very interesting history. Basically, I'm not telling you the full history, but the opinion poll, where there was an opinion poll, the only plebiscite held in the country till date. To decide about whether Goa should remain separate or should be merged into Maharashtra. At that time, Rashtramat was born in Madgaon, and it played a major role. It was in Marathi. It played a major role in shifting the opinion of majority Hindu community, which was for merger of Maharashtra. So that played a very important role. Then it was running in 2004. It closed down. Sunaprant also started in Madgaon in 87. It closed down recently 2015. And Gomantak Times, which we know, which is in English, which just during COVID, because of COVID, it was started in 1988, stopped this year. Okay, I'm just giving a running commentary. Don't mind, please, because I'm just rushing through. Next. Yeah. Also, there were TV channel shutdowns. Goa Eye, which was running from Mapsa for 4 years. It was in Konkani. Goa News, the first and last satellite channel Goa had, was from 2000 only for 1 year. They could not run it, and because of that, till today, Goa cannot afford to run a satellite channel. Goa Newsline, I told you, was the first channel started in Goa, and Goa Plus also soon after that. Both have actually closed down. I don't know when exactly Goa Plus is stopped, but this Goa Newsline stopped in 2012. Next slide, please. Yeah. So before this, can we just go back, please? Can we just go back, please? Okay. Forget it. Yeah. Let's go to the next. Yeah. So today there are regional language newspapers, total 8. Please correct me if I am wrong or if I have missed out any paper. But Gomantak is the oldest one, which is run by Gomantak Times, also belong to the same group, Chogale. And today, Sakar Group from Pune has bought it over and they are running it. Navprabha is a sister publication of Navin Times. Tarun Bharat is basically a chain newspaper from Belgaon. They also have editions in many parts of Maharashtra, Sindhudurga and Ratnagiri, all such kind of places. Pudhari is basically Kolhapur-based, again a chain newspaper, which is still running in Goa. Goa Doot is a newspaper which belongs to sort of pro-BJP ideology. It was started by Manohar Parrikar and others. And our journalist friends are running it independently. Today it is in bad shape and it has stopped during COVID. It has stopped the print edition. Only the digital edition is coming. Lokmat is again Maharashtra's largest circus in Marathi. Dainik Herald, they came to Herald. It started voted by Herald, the English newspaper, and it's a newspaper system of. Excuse me for that. That is Goan Varta. It is by Fomento Publications. Please excuse me, but you can just add it there. Goan Varta is by The Goan is English newspaper. Goan Varta is Marathi newspaper. Bhangarbhui, which I have given below, is a Konkani newspaper run by Fomento and Prudent, a TV channel. So this is one of the biggest media house today in Goa. And Bhangarbhui is basically in Konkani. It is running in Konkani. Yeah, next. Hello? Yeah, there are regional language TVs. Basically, Goa 365. It is still running in English and Konkani. There are bulletins in English as well as in Konkani. HCN Actually, for official purposes, it has stopped, but they are still running some clips with English commentary, English anchoring, and Konkani is shut down. In Goa is the only Marathi channel, basically. Of course, what happens in Goa is that whether you call it in Marathi or English or Konkani, only the anchoring is done in that language, and the bites and all which are shown are either in Konkani or in English. Depends on what people speak and which language they speak. Prudent is the number one channel in Goa. It was started in 2007, I believe, and that was the first channel to go live in 2012. Right, no, 2008. Sorry, 2008. It was running earlier in Marathi, English, and Konkani. Marathi they stopped immediately, and after that, eventually the English is also stopped. It's running full-fledged in Konkani. RDX is one channel which is started by a cable operator initially. It is running in Konkani. English they were running, it is shut down. Prime TV is another TV channel which has come up, and that is running basically in English. Konkani they were shut down. And Doordarshan Goa, which was started, if I am not mistaken, in 1987, they didn't have a bulletin. Only they had a program called Sar Bhodani once in a week. And recently, 4 years back, they have started a regular Konkani news bulletin, which is aired in the evening. This is the position of regional language TV. Yeah, next. Yeah, the digital news, as I told you, goanews.com was, it is in English, Konkani, Marathi, all languages were covered. Now, recently, I have started some video programs also on that. Goan Reporter is, it's a very lively channel, you can say. Kenzil Rodriguez is running it single-handedly. It's in English, but basically a video-based, and of course, text is there. Goa Junction is again run by one single-handedly by Harish Valvaikar, another journalist. It's in English. Sorry? Okay, Goa Junction, again, it is in English. And Goinkar.com is started by another boy in Konkani. It is not regular, but basically major Konkani and all in Devanagari it covers. Perhaps this is the only Konkani full-fledged that I forgot to mention certain things. Digital Goa, which is running a SMS website, one of the old website, quite efficiently. Dheeraj Naik is running it. .com. That is also there. I forgot to mention it. Excuse me for that. It's running quite efficiently. It also there are social media platforms for that. Next thing. Yeah. So now let's what has happened. There are certain bad things. You know that there was a rumor that finally with the help of that no paper doesn't go after a month again. They started printing the newspaper, continued through e-papers. Yeah, whether it is Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp. It's circulation of newspaper. I mean, dropped drastically. It's like, for example, if the circulation is still 25,000, for example. I'm just giving it the 30. One or 2 months. So now people newspaper, company that is newspaper today. Media platforms again rather than discussing. Earlier in Goa, when Vishnu Wagh had in Bombay, it comes at 8 o'clock. Lokmat PDF format. Basic Facebook can be in Goa at home, and the Janta curfew. March, basically April, May, now we are in many journalists are still working. So this is a new. They are producing news come to the office. So TV channels started creating news reported through WhatsApp. Stopped officially, but a person who was looking after the broadcast who can all the platforms. Step the news media, which was very very interesting. People were working literally. Many Goa have from Gora Marg and all these areas. Connectivity is very bad. Connectivity in rural area is very bad, not like Goa. Goa comparatively has a internet connectivity. They were literally where there is good connectivity. or correcting the news, editing the news, and sending it back, and then read on e-paper, and the e-papers were coming out. So not under a tree, but under a good connectivity area, and the newspapers or TV channels they came out. Yeah, next, what happened is that I told you circulation treatment is the only bread and butter for a newspaper, and circulation varies from 6 rupees to 10 rupees. Others also, because whoever is buying and people are used to it, at least through that they could get some revenue. Advertisement revenue just came down to, you will be surprised, from 100% like certain revenue, it came down to 5% revenue. As a result, many newspapers laid off their people and sick place and people in I think the heading an article on this. I think we see of the sort. If you open it, you'll see of COVID in Goa. Find it on front page. That is media. Okay. Much before people died, the newspapers died because the Times also shut down, and people lost, almost 60 people lost their jobs. In Prudent, almost the whole administrative setup of Prudent was wiped out because of COVID. Because the Fomento publication and other papers had their own administration, so that was joined, and these people were simply people, right from manager to everybody. And the salary cuts are huge salary cuts. Only people who are saved, who are earning somewhere between 15 to 20,000. For example, Navin Times, Navprabha, and 365. It is one group. I have given it in that article of mine. You can go through it. There are slabs. People earning from 20,000 to 50,000, 10% cut. 50,000 to 1 lakh, 20% cut. And 1 lakh and above, 30% cut. A newspaper like Tarun Bharat, there was a 55% salary cut. 55%. Can you imagine? And a channel like Prime, they did a very intelligent thing. Instead of laying off people or removing the employees, they told them to come every alternate day. I mean, if there are 4 people, then and they will get, but no layoff. Till now, and they are coming only. So I don't know whether we have a situation also in slide. So this was the article I was telling you, that the first casualty of COVID-19 in Goa, the media. Here you'll get the clear picture. I'm not going through all the things. If you read this article, you'll get a lot of information. Next slide, please. Yeah, I'm just coming to an end of the whole thing. The digital newspaper thing is that today practically all are having e-papers. Sunaprant was the first one to start e-paper in 2005, but today all are having e-papers. There are web portals in the sense it's a website. It is not doesn't come out in a newspaper format. So many people, like many newspapers like Navin Times, Navprabha, Herald, all these people were having. Goadut, I told you, is having a e-paper. Lukmani Jingar e-paper. Bhangar is the newspaper which has started its web portal. They go for breaking news also, and they are on social media. Perhaps the first Konkani newspaper. You get Konkani news in on social media, as well as they have started a full-fledged web portal. This happened after COVID. Next. Yeah, in TV, what has happened is very, very interesting. Live has become prominent. Our people go and show the live press conferences on social media, whether it is Facebook, whether it is YouTube, and then it is put on website and it remains there. You can see it. Events have started through Zoom or Google Meet and all, where press conferences, press conferences are addressed from the office. Chief Minister started it, and people sitting in homes or offices, and they are sitting there. That is how press conferences are held today. There are online interviews, debates which students had, others also had. I think Prime also had it. Online interviews and debates. I had in Goa News some news where I have prepared a guideline for everybody how to shoot, and I tell them that just follow these guidelines and take a camera, shoot yourself on the camera, on the mobile, and send it through Telegram, not WhatsApp. The Telegram, WhatsApp gives you only 64 MB video footage which you can transfer, but the Telegram gives you almost 1.5 GB. Telegram is very good for it. Remember, you can also download. It's just like WhatsApp. So besides that, the P2C, which we call person to camera, that kind of reporting has also started, which was not very prominent in Goa. And social media has become more reachable. So social media, like one friend of mine who heads Prime TV, Sandeep Kamadi, I had sent messages to all my colleagues to give me some feedback for this session. And Sandeep Kamadi sent me one-liner that media today is on WhatsApp. WhatsApp has become a media. WhatsApp has become a platform. It is literally that. No print, no TV. These are small things. The major thing is WhatsApp. Next. Yeah. So Goa News journey, I think I am just passing it through because there is no time. It was basically today it is a news and views archive is available. No other newspaper has this kind of archive. Earlier it was website centric, and it became live with print, where I have done budget and poll results and all live. Then I went on social media platforms. It is there today, and I have started some video programs also. And many veterans write for this channel. The website from Rajdeep Sardesai to Dr. Oscar, and so many people are there. They write for it, and now I am running it not as a news channel anymore, but basically shifted from news to analysis and news. It started with news, it is analysis. Like this, time. Journalist today, when you are going to be a journalist, what is required in the post-COVID thing, where we may live with COVID or not, but we have to live with these things. Earlier it was different. Today, one thing is very, very important, that you have to be multilingual. You cannot stick to one language, whether it is English or Konkani or Marathi. You have to know at least 4 languages in Goa: Konkani, Marathi, English, and Hindi. These 4 languages have become most important to become a journalist. So also besides English, Devanagari typing has also become a must if you want to, because there may be only one newspaper in Konkani, but there are majority channels are in Konkani, TV channels, and radio news is also in Konkani, and there is lots and lots of scope to work on radio as a journalist if you know Konkani and if you know to type Konkani. Because you don't know from where you have to work, but from on mobile also. You have to be digitally sound, very, very important. You need to have recording skills, that is not only audio recording but video recording, and also video editing skills, which have become, because you don't know When you have to work from home or away from the office, where there is no editor, you have to edit your own things. For example, now today I am almost 60. In August, I am completing 60. And at this age, when I left Goa 365, I learned editing and I'm really enjoying it. I'm studying editing and I'm enjoying it. I'm studying camera a bit. That also I'm enjoying it. I think you should start, and that is very, very important. And most important thing is analytical mindset. The news has not remained today as just news. News you are getting on social media everywhere, even before we get it. So our job today has shifted from news to analysis of news. That has become very important. So that analytical mind you need to develop. And basically the news writing style also has changed. A very, very simple style. You can follow BBC for that. Let's see how BBC write. That to basically one paragraph of one line. Mobile is the main thing today, not the newspaper or for TV channels also. Basically one-liners. Short, crisp writing is the most important thing. We can discuss it. I think almost I come to an end of the session. Please, next slide. I think so. Yeah. No, Gasu. So we can go for discussion.
Yes, thank you very much, sir, for that interactive, interesting talk. Before we could take up questions from the chat box, I would like to ask you one question, sir. Despite Konkani being an official language, why is that Goa have only one Devanagari newspapers functioning right now, and the readership and circulation figures are also pretty low? What are your views on that, sir?
See, basically, newspaper is a matter of habit. That is one, and also tradition. For example, can you tell me which is your favorite TV channel?
Mine. Right now, I am watching Goa News and Prudence Media and Ask.
TV channel. I'm not talking about the news channel. I'm just asking in general, which is your favorite TV channel? Do you have? I don't think we have a favorite TV channel.
No.
We have favorite TV program. One program on this channel, second program on that channel. Okay, certain news on this channel, certain news on that channel, one certain debate on this channel. Where on TV we can immediately shift. Okay, so we shift from one to another. But in newspaper it doesn't happen. Newspaper is a matter of habit. Number one. Now, and then Konkani was not a developed language because it was a suppressed language. The language was not allowed by the Portuguese. So people started Marathi medium schools in temples. I am a Marathi medium student. Medium up to SSC, all the subjects I was studying in Marathi. That's not one Marathi subject. All the subjects, physics in Marathi, maths in Marathi, history in Marathi. It's like that. So I'm a Marathi medium student. So these Marathi schools were running. That tradition remained. Konkani started developing only after liberation. So since it was a matter of habit, basically the newspapers remained in Konkani. But one thing you see, Nitin, is that when the medium changed from newspaper to TV or newspaper to radio or newspaper to digital, it is Konkani. I'll tell you in Goa 365, we started putting our English news bulletin on YouTube. And the viewership was somewhere around 1,000 to 1,500. Okay. And the viewership is not less than 10 to 15,000 every day. Prudent has just stopped English and concentrated only on Konkani because Konkani is the viewership. Only because newspaper is a matter of habit, it has remained in Marathi. And because Konkani only a Goan entrepreneur can start, and Goan entrepreneur cannot invest so much, it has remained a newspaper with few pages. Even other Goan newspapers like Navprabha and Gomantak were few pages, only after this 10 newspapers started coming from Maharashtra, the pages increased, colored pages increased, and that has become a tough competition, a rat race, because of which the newspapers are running and they are in a very bad shape. They can't afford so many pages. So it is basically because of that. What happens is that a Goan entrepreneur, a Maharashtra people will never invest in Kokani newspaper, and a Goan can't invest so much. So it remains only with few pages, and because of that, circulation is down. But overall, if you take media, then Kokani dominates. Because in TV it dominates, in radio it dominates, in now digital also it has started dominating.
Yes, sir. The first question we'll take from the chat box. Basically, Angel Fernandez.
Are there any other questions directly?
Yes, sir. Regarding the Konkani newspaper itself, a question from Angel Fernandez. He wants to know the reasons or factors why.
Which is the one?
First one, Konkani newspapers are shutting. Is it only because of lack of leadership? He wants to know.
Where is it? Angel Fernandez, na?
Yes.
What are the reasons or factors why Kokani newspapers are shutting? Is it only because of lack of leadership? Not at all. Not at all. In fact, my gut feeling, we can discuss it some other time, but my gut feeling, which I am telling others also, but they don't dare to do it, is that in regional language, the only newspaper which can run in profit today is Kokani newspaper, and not a Marathi newspaper. It's so much so that today there are so many Marathi newspapers, but you don't find a single person from Goa to work for a Marathi newspaper. People are hiring everybody from Maharashtra, from Sindhudurg, from Dodamarg, and from Belgaum, all these places, Ratnagiri also. They are hiring people because you are not finding people. Because what has happened is that Marathi readership is shrinking day by day. Kokani will remain. Kokani is increasing also. So they will go from either English or Konkani. The Marathi readers are dying, but a new Marathi reader proportionately is not generating. But in Konkani it is different. So things will change. Things are bound to change. But for that, I feel that some Marathi newspapers will shut down also because there is oversaturation. So slowly, some Marathi newspapers will shut down. You get a lot of people who can write in Konkani, but not in Marathi, in Goa. So I feel things will change. It will take time because English dominates today. Neither Marathi nor Konkani.
The next question is by Ms. Belarus Fernandez. Her question is, Goan media has always used innovative measures of sustaining content across platforms. This is also visible with the ongoing pandemic. However, could you address how business models and revenue generation works in Goan media companies? How has COVID-19 affected these models? Do we need to rethink these business models?
Yes, in a way. I feel rather than business model, I have covered it quite a bit in terms of advertisements. Real estate at one time was a major revenue earner for us. They have gone for classifieds. Government advertisements have literally stopped because they go for e-tenders. So hardly any tender notices come. So that has also stopped. Here and there you get some government advertisements. Overall business is down. Overall economy is down. Not only in Goa, not only in India, but all over the world. And this is going to go. I only if there is market. Otherwise, I won't. So market is down. That will directly affect the media. We have to think of alternate models. But these revenue models, what they will be, is still a big question mark because ultimately we are shifting to digital. And on digital, we are, Times of India, for example, after COVID, when they shifted to e-paper, they started charging for e-paper. And you know what happened because of that? People just stopped reading Times of India. That is what happened. So even for GoaNews.com, I tried since 1999. I tried to run it with a revenue model. Forget me, but now post BJP government, when the whole media world had changed, corporates have taken over, many journalists, many good journalists, independent journalists, they left newspapers or TV channels and they started their own digital channels. None of these channels today could find till date a good revenue model. It is not available. It will generate. I had started it in 2016 with subscription. I got some good response, but then I realized that I cannot run a channel, the full-fledged web portal with that much of money. That is not enough. So I stopped that experiment. Even Washington Times is struggling in this, or New York Times. So everywhere the situation is same. I don't know whether I have satisfied you, but we can discuss it later. Yeah.
So next question is by Dinesh Niravdekar. He is asking, according to you, do you think formal degree in the field of journalism is mandatory before joining the fields, keeping in mind ethics?
Sorry. Where is it? Dinesh, mesmerized with the amount of it? No, not this.
Yes, sir. Same one.
According to you, do you think formal degree in field of journalism is mandatory before joining the field, keeping in mind ethics? There was a time, Dinesh, when we had one unwritten law in media that if anybody comes from journalism, with journalism course, we should not employ him. Because today it is quite good. Today we prefer, even in TV journalism, the first choice is Xavier, of course. Then after that it is Don Bosco. But I think a media institute helps, number one. And today I feel that a good media institute is required. Much more than what St. Xavier's or Don Bosco's or other media institutes are giving. I feel there should be I know Xavier's cannot afford it. It is not a question of they can't do it, but they can't afford it. We require a good media institute in Goa very badly, I would say, because the kind of journalists coming today in the field of journalism. Yesterday, I met two people who had come for a survey. Young people, they had come for a survey. They work in in a newspaper, and I asked them. One of them is a student of Media Institute. So when I asked her, she said, "Yes, I read all the newspapers." And I asked the other guy, "Do you read newspapers?" He said, "Casually, sometimes." They don't even read newspapers. So it is not matter of only ethics, but it is matter of passion also, and certain knowledge is required. So Media Institute and media journalism course, I feel, is a must. But basic thing is not that knowledge. Basic thing is your passion. Yeah, next.
Next question is by Unbeatable Kombi. How is Goa News promoting?
1 minute. Let me just 1 minute. Newspaper shut down. Where is it? Right on top.
After Dinesh Niravdekar's question. Unbeatable Kombi.
Yeah, unbeatable. It is fine, and somebody, yes sir, something like that. Unbeatable. Okay, what is the question?
How is Goa News promoting news in regional languages during the time of pandemic?
Goa News means my channel, my website. See, I started a different thing. I told you, in regional language means it is completely in regional language. It is in Konkani. I started 2-3 programs. One program is called Standpoint. You can go to the website and see it, where I have devised a different model for this. I take information from everywhere. I take video footage from everywhere, and I give my viewpoint through that. That has become very effective, and somehow it has clicked very well. I also give sort of an editorial, which is a video editorial. And sometimes I give news also, where I contact my friends. I contact anybody for that matter, not a journalist. Anybody whom I know in Goa, I tell him just go and take some bite take some visuals and send me, and I take that and basically I give it as a news. So I give it as a news, as editorial, which I call edit thought, and also a full analytical 15-20 minutes program called Standpoint. That way I do it. And also in text, I put many times news in Konkani. That I do sometimes, but mainly focusing now on this video news, video analysis in Konkani. Yeah.
Next question is by Ritika Ahuja. What, in your opinion, will be the future of print media after the pandemic? Will newspapers be able to get back to the pre-COVID sales numbers?
Very, very difficult. Very difficult, because now that stage has already started with unlocking, and you are not reaching that figure again, because people are now used to mobiles, people are now used to digital platforms, and they have started reading the newspapers on digital platforms. So those sales figures you will not get again. But there is a very interesting thing. I have a friend, he has retired, Paul Fernandez. He worked for Navembai initially, Romi paper. Then he worked for Gomandak Times. We were colleagues together. Then he worked in Times of India. Very good journalist, very good investigative journalist. He sent me a feedback yesterday. He lives in Mandur, which is from Pilar, Nevra, that side. But from Pilar to Old Goa, you go on that road, where the connectivity is very bad. So he was not getting anything digitally. And newspapers were not circulated because of that fear. After the unlocking, for some days, they started circulating newspapers, but now, again, the last 15 days, it has stopped. So, this since newspapers are not selling on stands, or people are not buying it, the distribution of newspaper is also affected. The delivery boy is not earning enough, so he is shifting to some other profession, and there is no delivery system. Because there is no delivery system, I don't get a newspaper. That is also happening, and all these factors are going to affect the print media very badly in terms of reaching those circulation figures. Yeah. Next
question is by Revealed Electro. He's asking, according to you, in the future, the job placement in news organizations going to increase or decrease?
Well, you shift from print to TV, TV to digital, digital to radio, anything. The platforms will change, the mediums will change, but the requirement of journalists will never change. You do require those many reporters, you do require those many people on the desk. So that will always remain static. Only thing is that we have too many pages in Goa. Those pages have shrunk now. So as per the pages, basically the staff requirement will be decided. It will depend on that. And I think the pages we will remain, the newspapers will now continue with less number of pages. So that way it will be affected. But otherwise, it will not be affected whether it is COVID or some other pandemic, or whether it is from print to digital or TV or anything. It will definitely not affect. But I feel one way it will affect is that today I told you, till yesterday in TV, one person was filing the news, second person was correcting it, third person was editing it, and fourth person basically was giving you the camera footage. Today, all the things a journalist will have to do. So if we do all these things, then those jobs will be affected. It will be a multi-skilled journalist. Tomorrow's requirement will be a journalist with multi-skill talent, and not only writing, not only reading, not only editing, or not only shooting, but all these things together. So that will change the whole dynamics of media, and accordingly the placements and everything will be decided. But the people with multi-skills will be the first choice. Yeah.
Next question is by Ajit Kumar. He wants to know what are the qualities a journalist should have, I guess.
Where is this? I always say two things. To become a journalist, you need to have good qualities as well as bad qualities. Bad qualities is a must. I'll tell you what are those bad qualities. But before that, good qualities means basically, a journalist should be socially conscious. I told you passion. Passion is more important. It is not a profession. It is a passion job, not a profession. So that social commitment is required. Duty-bound thing is important. Reading is very important. Watching is very important. Now you get all the information on your mobile. So Twitter is very important. Twitter handle, not Facebook, but Twitter handle is very important. Because Twitter teaches you in 265 characters, you have to fit your content. Very, very important. So all the journalist students or those who want to become journalists, they must have a Twitter account, not to read tweets of others, but we have to tweet. And what we tweet, basically now there are part 1, part 2, part 3, that we should not go for. But within 256 or 265, whatever these characters are, we should fit our content. That will make us habitual to writing, in brief. So all these things, journalistic skills, which I told you, multi-skills and all are important. So these qualities are important. But the bad qualities which are important, can I tell you in Konkani, if you don't mind? Okay. For example, if you are a wanderer, hetta, बहुत असतं लहान असत सगून अंग भोवता थंय भोवता सगळ्याक भोवता फक्त भोवता आणि काय ना घराकडे येतकर तुका यू गेट स्कोल्डिंग वे यू can't come in time, always keep on wandering here and there. If you like to wander, which is a bad quality according to your parents, it is the most important quality for you to become a journalist. Now, gossiper. If you are a gossiper, it is a bad quality. But for a journalist, it is the best quality required. Because without gossiping, you don't get news. Okay. And मागीर हाजें ताका सांगप ताजें ताका सांगप अशे तरेच्यो गजाली असतात. Okay. So these are considered bad qualities. But this is the best quality for a journalist. Because this is what is required in journalism. So all such kind of there are certain bad qualities. They are called bad qualities. I don't know why. But they are very, very good qualities for journalism. So you require some good qualities, and society thinks certain qualities are bad, but they are very good for journalism. Yeah, what else?
Mr. Ajit Kumar has asked a follow-up question again, sir. He wants to know, while working in journalism, what are the benefits one can derive from?
Can I tell you in one word? Satisfaction. Just one word. Is he Mr. Ajit Kumar, whom I see on the screen? No, it's Warren D'Souza. Okay. It's satisfaction. I told you it is basically a passion. So, the benefit, in terms of benefit, if you say monetary benefit, then journalists, I feel, should not go for monetary benefit. Journalists should just go on doing journalism. Once you become competent, don't run behind money, I would say. Just run behind your passion, run behind news, run behind analysis, run behind your viewpoints, run behind without any affiliations of politics, any political affiliation, any ideological affiliation. Just believe in Constitution of India and try to follow Constitution of India. Just go on searching who is violating Constitution of India, expose them, just highlight the people who are upholding Constitution of India. That is important. And basically follow the fundamental duties which are enshrined in Constitution of India. You just follow those duties as a journalist, though they are for citizens, we are all citizens, and then you can become a good journalist, and that will give you a lot of satisfaction. When you go on doing it, you'll become a good journalist, a competitive journalist. Once you are competitive, money will come behind you. Don't run behind money. Run behind journalism, and after 10, 15 years, or maybe just in 5, 10 years, money will come behind you, because there are very, very few people having all these qualities as well as passion. That will be the benefit.
There is another question by Angel Fernandez. He's saying basically WhatsApp may have become the most convenient platform for dissemination of information and news, but it is certainly doesn't have the credibility of a newspaper. In fact, maximum fake news is spread through WhatsApp, and many media organizations have blindly covered it as a news without cross verification. So how can one say that WhatsApp is replacing newspapers is good trend?
Very, very good question. In fact, though I beg to differ with the thing that newspapers follow WhatsApp. No, newspapers don't follow what comes on WhatsApp. Sometimes, yes, we get misguided, but social media platform for me is not media. I don't know why they are calling it media. Twitter, whether it is Instagram, social media, whether it is Facebook, whether it is WhatsApp, whether it is a virtual street. Yesterday we were on the street, the real street, where we used to meet each other. We used to spread rumors. We used to just imagine certain things and then stretch it to imaginable things also. Like there is a say that what we used to say is that Goa is so strong for rumor. Padme, one fellow who is trying to get onto the bus, and the bus suddenly leaves, and he falls down. He's some scratches on his leg. By the time the news, his leg under the wheel, and it into spreads like this. Like this rumor spread on, used to call them media, just because others are media. I would call it virtual street. But on this virtual street, the news is spreading very fast. This situation, the role of media more responsible. Authenticity becomes important. My news. Okay, Goa News. I use flash just one liner or something, 2, 3 lines. Below, where you can click and verify also whether I was prudent. People used to just the news. So prudent has not spread the news. Somebody has played with it. So that's why that our role has changed here. It has changed with this social media platforms. Medium, responsible medium, what we need to do. Yeah.
The next question is by Gaurang Naik. He wants to know what are the
what are the opportunities today available for both field of literature and language, and wish to work in the field. There are a lot of opportunities in that sense. in regional find again people who want to work for pass out as MA with company. Their first choice is half day job, and then you get good salaries also. Everybody works half day. I'm sorry for that, but quite a bit to journalists. Journalist is a bhagdaud job. Somehow people don't want it, so we can't find, especially in literature and all, find good people. If there are good people, then there is lots of scope because things are changing. The platform has not remained limited to print. It is going to now, there were this chain citation, chain of sharing their anecdotes, chain of telling stories. The social like YouTube, Facebook, through that people are basically using that for their literary skills. So these things in terms of literature, I feel culture and literature, and there will which we need to develop. That's not journalism.
Well, we have already exceeded the time, but we'll take one last
Yeah.
question by he wants to know what has been the most challenging moment for you as
Uh, there are many. I'm going to write a book on that. There are many, but it is sometimes I just give you two or three incidents and then we'll finish this session. One thing is that when there was an earthquake in Kilari in Maharashtra, and I went to cover it. Villages were literally destroyed. Everywhere there was mud, and there were people under that mud who had died. And I still remember there was a village called Holi. Holi means we know. Holi is Kabar Keleta Kayami Holi Munda. And it was a huge heap of mud. So the person from that village who was accompanying me, he and me, we started climbing on that heap, and we stood on top. And I said, "What is it? A big bungalow?" He said, "No, this is a village." And the whole village has collapsed. And underneath, somewhere deep down, there are people, bodies, dead bodies are there, which we have not even removed. Such kind of incidents where there were continuous aftershocks. And I spent 8 days there. And after that, when I came back, all the time even when I was eating fish curry, I was getting smell of dead bodies. And even in my sleep, I used to get up saying that there was an earthquake. There was an earthquake. Such kind of situations you have to go and work. So those things become real challenging, sort of real challenges. And once I remember, I used to always go. I was a photographer. I used to move to Madgaon, and I was sitting with my journalist friend, and suddenly an accident. So I also went with him. It was a motorcycle accident. The person had fallen down, and his head, I don't know whether you can see me. If you can see me, then his head was cut like this from here, completely cut and separated. And all the things from the brain had come out. And police always want photographs of everything. And the policemen, they had just rushed. They didn't have a camera. It was a Sunday or something like that. So they told me, "Can you take photographs of this with close-ups?" I had a good zoom lens. And I remember taking all those photographs, that still cameras. They were film rolls. So photographs, it is still coming in front of my eyes. I can never forget. Do it. And I gave that whole role to. I don't want this role. We are not going to publish it in any case, and I don't want to keep it. But the third incident, which is the last thing, same question was asked. Is that how are so inhuman and indifferent? Okay, so that fellow told him different. We are not inhuman. We those feelings are there. Those feelings are there in our. We come back to the office. We put it in words so effectively that you can get the feel of it. What was it? So we through emotions we express horrific, and then we come home, go to our bedroom, close the door, and we. Thank you. We cry. But we cry.
So there is one more question. I think we should take up that by Sonakshi Saini. She's saying social media platforms are covering news, which news channels are not covering. Like so many examples you can see now also, and before pandemic also. So what are your comments on this? And because of this, people develop hates towards news channels, and they say they are bikau.
You know, when Bin Laden was killed, the news was Al Jazeera was the first channel to flash the news. So from where they flashed on Twitter. When Al Jazeera read it, they started confirming it. They confirmed and then flashed it. Basically, social media is the bunch of people who are everywhere. Reporters are few. I can't be everywhere. So if I am in, for example, I am in Mapsa, I am covering something in Mapsa, I cannot be in National. Yesterday in National, there were COVID positive patients were found. I am in Mapsa, the person definitely who will get the news first is person from National. So when a person come to know, or through official sources I will come to know, or through somebody, and then I will go there and to cover the news. I can't reach everywhere. If something happens at night, if some accident happens at somewhere, person just picks up on camera and puts it on social media. I can't get it. We have limitations. So because of these limitations, it is not because we are bikau or we are, we sometimes, that's why I said that we don't believe in all kind of news which comes on social media, because most of the times they are rumors, they are fake news, and we don't cover it. We wait for confirmation, and that's why you don't find it immediately in our media, but on social media. We are very, very careful while giving this. Somebody just spreading fake news or a rumor. Health minister, former health minister, was found COVID positive, and he was admitted. He was admitted at night. He got the news. We are not supposed to disclose the name, so we didn't disclose the name, and we said that he has been admitted for COVID. From that night, on social media, every day he was killed. At that night, he died on social media. Then newspapers and everybody said that no, he's alive, he's fine. Next day by afternoon, he was killed again on social media. Then we had to give news again that no, he's alive. Third day, it happened again. Now he's alive even for social media. Now nobody is killing him. So we can't rely on social media all the time. So there is truth also, true news comes on social media, but without confirmation, we can't give. Not because we are not bikau, but we are not because we are bikau, but we want to authenticate the news, and that's why we hold it on.
Yes, well, thank you very much for an very informative session. On behalf of Mass Communication, I would like to say thank you to you and also to the audience for making this particular episode. Say that because today we had highest number of so in fact it was more. So with all our participants also please be scheduled on 29 June, that is on Monday, on the top customer engagement on Indian perspective. Speaker for the session is Mr. Vishal Naike from Department of Mass Communication and Journalism from St. Aloysius College, Mangaluru. Once again, thank you to everyone. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Nitin.